Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the Foot Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. Well, we've just been waiting for EA to make Evolutions hype again. And yesterday, out of nowhere, bang, a 5 playstyle plus Evo. Man, isn't it nice to not have leaks all the time? We've got to take a look at the best Evo of footies, one that's actually worth logging in for. Now, speaking of leaks, we do have a couple which we do need to discuss today, along with EA trying to make some August profits from us in the store, releasing that big pack. But it's a Monday. What are we really looking forward to today with content? Not a whole lot. We're going to rip a couple of packs as well. Guys, if you're excited for this new Evo and you're actually going to do an Evo for once, drop a thumbs up on the video and, of course, subscribe if you are new. Let's look over yesterday's content on Sunday, where we're going to go to objectives and look at the FUTTIES Co-op Cup. This is easy and it's pretty fun. I started playing this yesterday by matching up with some of you guys from the stream, adding you, playing this co-op mode with you, and honestly, it was very fun. I won't lie. I actually enjoyed doing this. It's very easy to play. You only have to play 6 games and win 3. Just put 5 Portuguese and 5 Serie A players in your starting 11. Whoever you're going to co-op match up with, which is honestly the hardest part of this. You find somebody to match up with, and that's half the battle. But you get 5 players from Serie A, 5 from Portugal on your team, and it's very easy to get this done in just a short amount of time for some rewards that aren't that crazy, but more so it's just the experience that I wanted to feel. Just like I talked about in yesterday's video, this is a true test heading into FC26. So I don't have too many problems with it. I think it's fun. I'm not somebody who plays co-op that often. I know some of you guys do. But yeah, that was a just fun, different way to play the game, and I like that. I like how it was enjoyable. I would love to know how you guys are finding it, or if you're just skipping it because you can't be asked. But it was very fun. We're going to play a few more games of that today on the stream with you guys from the chat. Also, on this topic, yes, yesterday's thumbnail was a bit over the top. I agree with you guys on the comment on the clickbait stuff. My bad on that one. I'll own it. I sent the title idea to my thumbnail designer. I didn't check it too much before recording, so that one's on me, because that sort of stuff doesn't really happen around here. But I wanted to mention that because that was a big part of yesterday's video. Now, one last thing about that new co-op cup is Portuguese players have gone up on the market. Take a look at players like this Pedro Neto. He was about 500,000 coins, had a couple of spikes after content, and is currently almost max price at 725,000 coins. Some of the Portugal winners cards as well, like this Bruno Fernandes, is 800K. That might be a bit of a spike, but I sold mine for 650K yesterday that I bought for 540,000 coins. So some of those Portugal cards are up in price on the market. Now let's go to SBCs, because we had the other big SBC that we were looking forward to. We already had the Camavinga earlier in the weekend, and yesterday we had Lewis Skelly, MLS. I think this card is really good. Look at the stats. Maybe you don't love the playstyle pluses. I think that's why his SBC is actually downvoted on Footbin, but this card does look really good. I like all of his alternate positions. You got a lot of options of where to play him on the pitch. He is missing the anticipate and probably the quick step base playstyles on his card, but honestly, again, for a very easy to complete 5 squad SBC, which is coming in at 274,000 coins, this is a free SBC, of course, as everything is right now, but it's very downvoted, which is a little crazy. I honestly think that whenever a card has Power Shot Plus, it's instantly going to be downvoted. I get that maybe we would have rather had Anticipate Plus instead of Power Shot Plus, but I don't mind cards being a little bit different. So if you're going to do Camavinga over the Lewis Skelly, go for it. But I think both of those SBCs, even just the SBCs in general, since this start of Footies Team 5, have been at least a little bit better. Now, that's also because we're getting a lot of SBC players, a lot of options to complete here. If this Griezmann interests you, you've got an opportunity to get Shapeshifter Griezmann once in packs, now as an SBC, as a center attacking mid, right wing, left wing, 4 playstyle pluses, 5-star, 5-star, decent looking card. He is also right around 270,000 coins as a 6 squad SBC, but it's yet again another re-release card, which is the trend, right? And we kind of talked about that, but what's different with this is it's not an icon, because the first 2, of course, with Rio and Maradona, were icon re-releases. It looks like EA is taking this opportunity to re-release some of the 98 rated Shapeshifter cards in general that were in packs as SBC. So it's not out of question now that we could have a Harry Kane card re-released in packs. We could even have somebody like Eden Hazard's 96, who's very popular for the big evolution right now in this game, and actually up in price a good bit. He could be re-released as an SBC in the next coming days, and even some icons still. You're actually starting to see people prepare and worry that these cards are going to get re-released in SBCs, and you're seeing them get sold off pretty heavily on the market. This Eusebio was 2 million coins. Now he's 1.4. That's a pretty big drop because of, yes, some of the content that has been put out, that store pack maybe as well, but also just because they're re-releasing cards like the Griezmann, like the Maradona, like the Rio in SBCs, and that's probably something that's going to continue to happen. So that's just people preparing for more of that, and that's a good thing to have more SBCs in my opinion. But of course, we still chase that ever elusive 99 rated SBC card. Now, the last part of content from yesterday in SBCs was an icon player pick that released minutes after we dropped the video yesterday, because somebody at EA coded this incorrectly. Instead of it saying 6 p.m. UK for the obvious normal content drop time, this 95 plus encore pick was coded for 6 a.m. So it dropped 12 hours early. It's a good icon player pick, though. They took away the FUT birthdays. They made it a 95 plus, and of course, the FUTTIES Team 4 icons are in this now as well. So it's just Immortals, Shapeshifters, and FUTTIES. And the only thing I think that changed with the requirements is they changed this last squad from an 89 to a 90. Very easy to get done. You do 6 88s, 8 87s, and 88, 87, and a 90 rated squad, and you are good to go. And that's a 3 times repeatable every 3 days 95 plus encore icon player pick. It was just kind of funny, to be honest, seeing that yesterday released at a very early time point comparatively to when it should have been kind of very random. But it's an obvious mistake to obviously, see. Oh, okay. I was just going to say, let's open a couple of campaign picks right here. And I actually do get a little bit excited for Nakata, because that's the first time that I've packed that card. He's weirdly rare as a 97 rated FUTTIES, still chasing Heung-min Son and Destiny Udogi from the Spurs Europa League team in these player picks. Of course, we wouldn't take, or wouldn't be mad at, a 99 rated card from those player picks as well, but of course none there. So I wanted to open those really fast before we get into the real content today, guys. The content that was exciting. Yes, I said exciting because I was genuinely excited to see this Picasso mode evolution. I know it's 150,000 coins, and that's double what we've had as the most expensive Evo right now in this game. 150k if you did the grind last week with the coins you could have made from doing the campaign player picks, the coins you can make each and every day from trading with team of the season cards. It's easy to make coins right now. Let's be completely honest. Where else are you really spending coins at the moment? All the SBC grind is free. All the coins can go into Evos. That's why I don't have a problem with this price, because it's the first Evo that gives us 5 playstyle pluses, at least the first normal Evo. And this is fantastic, man. Not only does it give us great stat upgrades, the 5th playstyle plus is Tiki Taka plus for a lot of cards, and that's very, very usable. Now, the question is, are you putting this upgrade on an attacker, or a midfielder, or a defender? I've seen people doing all 3. Let's look at the Evo really quick though. You got Tiki Taka plus, you got pace up to 96, which is really big. You've got a curve and a lot of other passing stats up to 96 or 97. You got pinged pass plus as number 2. You've got rapid base, which is dope. You've got a weak foot going to 5-star, dead ball base, incisive pass plus, and as well technical plus at the very end. Now, this Evo does have a couple of very minor details that are not good to it. Of course, it's max 96 overall, any position, 4 playstyle pluses, and 10 playstyle regulars. But the problem with this Evo is, that we'll be a little nitpicky about, but it's really weird and interesting, is that you see in here some of the playstyle bases, right? Like rapid playstyle base right here in the 3rd level only gives playstyles, this Evo only gives playstyles up to 7, because most of these other ones have given 8. So EA really do not want us having more than 12 playstyles on a card. You take the playstyle pluses at 5 plus the base playstyles at 7, you get 12 playstyles in total. That's really what they're trying to avoid. Now, it's possible to get a lot more than that, because especially if you use some of the Evos from objectives, you can put up to 10 base playstyles on a card and have 4 playstyle pluses on top of that. So you can have a 14, potentially 15 playstyle card, which is kind of the goal in the end game, to find a crazy item like that. And this Evo may help with that. but it also may not, because you had to put those playstyles on the card first before you get the 5th playstyle plus. I digress. This Evo absolutely cooks. Now, some of the most popular cards that you can create from this, look at the stats. Look at R9. R9 that can actually pass. He's still got rapid, finesse, low driven. You had the Tiki Taka and the pinged. Holy, that is a complete striker. 96 pace and shooting, 97 pass and dribble. Of course, the 5.5. That is one heck of a card right there. Again, an R9 that can pass is crazy. Mbappe that can pass as well. 99 pace on his Dream Chaser card, boosted up to 97 pass and dribble. That's most of the stats you see on a lot of these cards. It looks sick from this. Same thing with Neymar, 97 pass and dribble. You look at Hazard. This is one of the cards that I've honestly been interested in doing. I don't know, for some reason, this just takes me back to FIFA 19 Tots Hazard and some of those cards from when he was in his absolute prime, and we had so much fun with him in game. Now he's a hero. Things have changed, but that card looks incredible. I haven't even used the 96, but I have it in the club. There's just so many options. That's how you know that this is a good Evo, that it takes you a little bit of time to decide. Now, maybe for some of you, you're like, nah, Nate, I knew exactly who I was putting in this straight away. I'm thinking, do I put in Eric Dyer? Like, what the heck is that card? 96 pace, already had 99 shooting, 98 pass, and 97 dribble with a Tiki Taka plus added. Like, what? Finesse, low driven, incisive aerial, and Tiki Taka. Holy card. You know, same thing, of course, with the Hazard, as I was just mentioning. There's even an Alex Morgan from my club that I'm wanting to continue to evolve. I don't know if this is necessarily the Evo for her. I would like to get that shooting up a little bit, because for me, I want low driven plus on this card, more of a striker item, not a cam, in terms of the playstyle pluses that you get. And that's kind of the way you have to look at this Evo. But the requirements are open-ended. Very easy to fit a lot of players into this. You just have options. The one thing I would tell you in searching through this is, if you're trying to create an attacker, look for somebody who already has very high pace and shooting, above 96 pace and above 95 shooting, because that's as high as you're going to get boosted. Or 96 shooting, I think, maybe. That's as high as you're going to get boosted in this evolution from the regular upgrades. So if you have somebody, if you have a 99 shooting card that can go into this, you could really be cooking and have a disgusting chain with this evolution right here. There's a couple of people that were putting Fermin into this chain. I do believe his fantasy card, again, one of the most popular Evo cards throughout the year this year. There's like Hansen, who's been fitting into this. It's the opportunities. I'm still looking at 96 rated cards, and I've just gone through like 5 or 6 pages of these Evos from looking at cards in my club or through these players. It's crazy how many items fit into this. So make sure you go to Footbin, check it out, find the card that works the best for you. Maybe try to do a chain, but it's just exciting to actually have a 5 play style plus Evo. This has brought some hype back to Evos that we've been saying, like, we've been talking about Evos in the past couple videos, like, okay, EA, what Evo we're gonna get today, man? You know, because we're not expecting much. All they've been releasing is max 95 free Evos that just give decent stat boost, but nothing crazy. And here now we have cards that are actually going up from almost minimum price on the market, from being in packs to the second week of batch 3 re-release. They're now going up in price because of people putting them into these evolutions. That's another reason how you know that this Evo is absolutely cooking. And like I said in the intro, isn't it just nice to not have leaks about this? The leakers didn't say a word, didn't have a peep. It was a genuine surprise. We didn't know that it was coming, and you love to see it. Look at this R9 from 1.4 all the way up to 2, almost 2 million coins where he is right now, just because of a 150,000 coin evolution. So absolutely love that. EA, GG's, keep it coming, keep dropping more Evos just like this one. You can spread them out a little bit, because we don't want to spend 70 or 150,000 coins or even 75k every single day, but that's a good start to evolutions. Now we're opening packs, and I want to talk about packs for a quick second, because as I would love to pack the 99 rated version of Cole Palmer, not necessarily the Team of the Year one, which we'll take, but, you know, 99 would be better. Yesterday, EA did what we kind of thought they might at some point during the week. They knew that that 500,000 coin pack in the store, the So Long and Thanks for All the Footies pack, was so hyped, they were just going to refresh it, right? So here we go again. We have 2 500k packs that we all of us maybe could open. I will say not all of us should be opening. Once again, coins are very important heading into this next season pass, for the premium season pass for FC26 potential rewards. We'll be talking a lot about that later on this week. However, this is here, and EA is definitely making some bread off of this, and it's also hurting the market. I'm probably, I got 4 million coins, and I'm sitting here telling you, I'm probably not going to open more than one of these throughout the rest of the week this week. It's motivating me to trade a little bit on the market because I want to open some more of those packs, but I also don't want to send my club into oblivion and not have coins or enough coins to do what I still want to do on the rest of the game this year. So just be very careful with those store packs, but you can tell they're out. Take a look at the FUTTIES cards on the market. We've got Cole Palmer under 2 million coins. He was like 3 or 2.8 mil yesterday when we looked in the video. Salah is low as well. Beckenbauer's the lowest that I've seen him. Bale's under 5 mil. Pirlo is in the low 2 million coin range. And it's not just the impacts FUTTIES. Take a look at Ousmane Dembele. He was 3 mil yesterday. Hello, he's 2.2 right now. So big price drops all the way across the board. Now, you still have some fluctuations because, look, he's right back up to 2.4. 1 minute the cards are low, the next minute they're up. You can absolutely still trade in this market if you so wish to do so. Like yesterday, I sold Lauren James for 1.5 million coins. I buy her for 1.3 every single day. What are we looking at right now? I think we're looking at 1.3 million coins again for this card. Your boy might have to cop 1.365, 1.3 flat. Like, we're going to do a quick little bit of live trading here. Just a little preview of what's going to happen in these videos. A lot more in the coming weeks. Yeah, see, I'm going to drop a bid here of 1.301. And if I can win this at 1.3 mil, I will absolutely do that because I think this card is going to be above 1.5 million coins at some point today, actually. So yeah, 1.3 mil, and we can sell it for 1.5. I will be there. Let's drop another 1.3 mil bid on that one. If we go 2 for 2, we go 2 for 2. People like 99s, we can trade with those. Now, if you're on a lower budget, guess what? Our team of the season, team of the week investments are starting to cook. Team of the season cards are now above 20,000 coins because the 86 times 11 really didn't drop yesterday, later in the day on Sunday. So I would continue to watch these cards. If you want to be the safest with TOTS cards, selling after content each day is the best time to do it. They all go up like 2,000 to 3,000 coins per card around that time frame. So that would be what I would watch very, very carefully, very, very closely. Oh, I lost that one, man. 1.302. Hold on. We're going to have to sit here and wait and make sure we win this Lauren James. I bidded too late. I was distracted. But hopefully we can at least get one of these. So yes, get on the TOTS cards, and maybe if you've already made the investments, get on the sales for those team of the season cards as well, right after the content drop hits. Because of course, right after the content drop hits, that's when everybody is going out and buying their team of the weeks or their team of the seasons to go ahead and do the 85 times 10s, which of course we need 10 of each and every day. But the rest of the market, be careful with, because even that Lauren James is dropping. I'm only buying that for a quick flip because I think I'll still be able to sell it for over 1.5 million coins today, and that is some good profit there. Now, let's take a look at a couple of leaks and open a few more packs, because why not? Now, with these packs that we're opening, we've been talking about wanting 99 rated player SBCs. We've been needing that. It's not a want at this point, it's a need. And finally, EVO stepped up a little bit, right? And we got ourselves a banger EVO. Wait, hold up. Pirlo's a center mid. For a second there, I mean, he wouldn't walk out anyway. I don't know what I'm saying. That's Del Piero, right? Cam. Pirlo is a center mid. But with the leaks that we do have, I gotta wonder, will the SBC that we're about to see from the Esports World Cup end up being a 99 rated card? This is the leak right here. ASY Foot Trader, I think this is actually from one of the streamers, one of the presenters at the event of the Esports World Cup, mentioned that there is going to be a icon SBC for the winner of the FC Pro World Cup. He gets to choose, kind of like we've had previously in these FC 25 tournaments, but he's got a list to choose from: Jarzinho, Blanc, Rivaldo, Del Piero, Drogba, and George Best. Now, these are all predicted cards, but let's be honest, man, at this state of the game, in this season of the game, especially when these sort of SBC players usually drop for the pro players choosing an icon, it usually takes a couple of days, if not a week. Like, after the competition ends, this is not an SBC that I would expect to see today. They might have to add a new card design into the code. The player has to pick the card. They got to figure out, you know, what stats it's going to have and stuff like that. Most of the time when this sort of thing happens, there is at least a few days, if not a week, of lag time. But if you've got a special version of any of these 6 icons, of course, maybe be a little bit more careful with it, because there could be one that is incoming. Now, it's not really known who Manu Bashori is going to pick yet. He is from Team Hullet, I believe. Is Team Hullet still a thing? I have to double check, because I thought Okay, never mind. Player for Team Liquid. I think, did they change? There was some sort of change there. I don't think it's called Team Hood anymore, even though they still kind of are, and they are Team Liquid. Anyways, he won, and this was the team that he used. I was trying to look at his team to see if we get any information on what icon he might pick, but none of the icons that he used here are actually in the vote. Eusebio, Cantona, and Charlton are not a part of that set of cards that we just looked at there. So I kind of hope that he chooses Drogba, personally. Rivaldo would be sick too. I mean, any of these would be a dub. They're all very good icon choices. I've used Jairzinho this year. He is really good. Used Drogba a couple times. He's really, really good as well. Best was last year, right, in FC24, the Team of the Year SBC. I didn't use him, but he was so annoying to play against. Any of these would be a W. I think maybe the Drogba for me and the Rivaldo and the Del Piero would be like the top three. But everybody's going to have their own top three. So just watch out for some leaks relating to that, because soon we should get some information on what that SBC is going to look like. So that's kind of the only leak that we have right now, I guess. It's not like we have multiple leaks. It's not like we have EVO leaks as well, because as we've mentioned, those haven't been coming out super consistently. But we do have one leak for maybe an SBC player that's coming today on Monday. And honestly, guys, I think the leaks are going to slow down a bit, maybe today, but I think it's going to be a big week for leaks, and especially looking forward into what's coming next after this, after today, maybe tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to be looking straight ahead into what's coming after footies. That's the next big thing here, because this promo is coming to an end. We're packing ourselves just our usual pain. That's my second pain of the day. When you see the footies, you know, pack animation, that's kind of who you're expecting at this point. You know what? We moved. That'll go into an SBC very nicely. And that's that. But this is probably the last decent player SBC that we have leaked as of right now. Power shot, you don't love, but the low driven, the rapid, and the finesse for Iñaki Williams, that could cook. I remember he had a couple of EVOs earlier on this year where people just destroyed me with this card. But for Monday content today, probably looking at an SBC like that, looking at the rush objective refreshing, because that happens every single Monday, and also probably looking at new player pick. The 87 plus player pick is going to expire, I do believe, and we should have replacing it either 86 2 of 3. Maybe they'll drop the 87 plus 2 of 3. We'll just have to wait and see what drops there, but probably nothing super crazy happening in that regard for Monday content. Usually it's a pretty quiet day. We could have an evolution today. You never want to write that one off in terms of we haven't had the EVO leaks recently, so there could be an evolution that drops today on this game as well. Last thing I wanted to point out, because I just saw it on Footbin, is if any of you high rollers out there in the market are looking to buy 99 R9, this is also a sign of the end times on this game. Surprisingly enough, he's been extinct at 15 mil for this long. He's actually starting to now come back onto the market, and he's getting listed up. So that's just a note there. He's probably going to be on the market now and be continually lowering himself in price as we pack a Schmeichel here, a duplicate footy Schmeichel from that 89 exchange. That's one thing I did want to mention. And we'll go one more pack in the video today. Okay, just kidding. I have one more exchange. We'll open one more pack after this. We could do this all day. We're going to do this all day. I'm still motivated to try to pack 99s. You got to put in the work, man. Nobody who's packing 99s is just sitting there opening like 1 or 2 packs, unless you're getting crazy, crazy lucky. You got to put in the work. You got to do the 85 times 10s, the exchanges, rinse the craft, and everything like that. It feels so much more rewarding, too, when you pack a 99 after putting in the time for the grind. So that's what we're going to be doing this week. And I'm mostly this week super, super curious about what is happening next week. And after footies, how is it going to look heading into the preseason promo? So we're going to talk a lot about that this week. Just be prepared to look ahead a bit, look even backwards a bit into previous years and how things went in the preseason promos of old, because this is a type of promo that we know and expect, but also it brings some unknowns about evolutions this year, and especially how good are the rewards going to be looking forward into FC26 that we get to play for right now in FC25. If you guys have not been around for this time of the year before, literally that is true. We will be playing this game, FC25, and getting packs for FC26. It's fun. It's a good time, and we'll talk about that a good bit more this week. We're going to keep profiting on those Lauren James, maybe play a couple more Foot Champs games, and we're playing some more Co-op Cup today. Again, let me know in the comments how you feel about the Cup. If you packed any 99s yesterday, I read a lot of you guys' comments. I do know that it is possible now to pack 99s from packs that are not just the store packs, even though a lot of people are focused on those for sure in terms of how OP those are. But be careful with those coins. I'll say that one more time to end off the video today. Have a great start to your Monday, guys. I will see you in the stream today around content time. Same place, same time as always. It's been Nate TheFutAccountant. Thank you guys for all the love on the channel, even in the summer months where FC25 is cooked. And really, it's a big FC26 waiting room. Have a great Monday, guys. It's been Nate TheFutAccountant. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.